think we've always been in the forefront as far as the seafood industry, seafood companies in Malaysia. Why we chose to work with MSC is MSC is very credible. WWF has actually appointed Accenture to do an audit on MSC in terms of transparency and traceability, and they have found that MSC is about 30% ahead of the second organization dealing in the same sector as MSC. So basically, MSC is a global a global organization which is in the forefront on sustainability in fisheries. I'm not sure if you're aware, but in Europe, if you are in any business discussion, if you're in any conferences, any seafood conferences, MSC today will pop up as one of the main questions, whether a person is actually, whether your product is actually MSC certified or not. So it's part and parcel of whatever is required now. I think to be involved in such a good cause will put us in a better light. But I think it's not just that. It's the whole agenda in ensuring that we have continuous fishery supply. If you looked at the over-depletion of the biomass in fishery, it's actually quite worrying. Some of you who may not be aware, but in Malaysia itself, you have a fish called ikan trobo, which is commercially known as Hilsa, or in Latin, Hilsa elisa. Now, ikan trobo itself, during our foreparents' time, it's going for 15 to 20 cents a kilo. Today, you cannot find this fish even if you want to pay $30, 30 ringgit a kilo. So what happened to this? We start to import ikan trobo, Hilsa, from the likes of neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Myanmar. But after a few years, you don't get any of those too. It's all depleted. So it's a concern. A lot of species are actually disappearing from the marketplace.
Fisheries under the MSC program are defined quite clearly. They have to be identified by species, the gears and the fishing methods they use, the geographical region they participate in, the management regime that governs those stocks, and the participants of those fisheries. And it's actual groups of fishers or cooperatives that get together and act as a client for MSC certification. The MSC is an independent standard-setting organisation. Okay. So we stand removed from a lot of the processes that go into creating and managing fisheries. What we have is our standard and a bar for sustainability, which we've set. How fisheries manage and achieve those goals is entirely up to the fisheries management regime. So our function is to inform fisheries managers and fisheries clients the processes that are involved in MSC certification, what sorts of things that need to be considered, and explain the processes themselves.
So you work more with corporate rather as opposed to governments?
No, we work with across all sectors, right from individual fishers to large retailers to corporates to governments, explaining the program. MSC's fisheries assessments is stakeholder driven and a very collaborative process. There's an awful lot of parties that participate in the fisheries assessment. And the MSC's goals explain how, the MSC's role is to explain how those groups participate in the fisheries assessments. There's a lot of benefits in MSC certification. Everything from implementation of ecosystem-based approach to management. So to achieve MSC certification, you have to move away from the traditional way of managing fisheries of just looking at the target species. So you have to have a think about the interaction of the fishing activities happen in the broader environment, and the controls and legal are in place in regards. The MSc, there's lots of sort of reported benefits associated with fisheries becoming certified. I should probably just explain the process, how it works. What happens is the MSc Eco label is only allowed to be used on products that come from certified fisheries. We get out there and recognise and reward those fisheries for fishing sustainably, and for those participating in the program. This rewards fishers and provides incentives for other fisheries to join the program. To join the program, those fisheries need to make environmental improvements to the way those fisheries are managed. Also, under the MSc process, fisheries are certified with conditions of improvement as well. So where their understanding might not be 100%, conditions are placed on those fisheries to improve.